This is Victoria Park from The Flash, and you're listening to Man Cave Chronicles podcast.
Welcome to another episode of the Man Cave Chronicles.
Welcome to the party, pal!
You're my boy, Blue!
Yo, Adrian!
A podcast with interviews of amazing guests from the world of pop culture.
Oh, yeah!
TV.
Nice!
Movies.
Oh, I love the movies!
Comedy and more. From deep inside the Man Cave, your host, Elias.
Victoria, welcome to the cave.
Hi, thank you.
How are you? What's new with you?
I'm good. How are you doing today?
Good. So you've been busy last few years, numerous TV show appearances, and now you have a recurring role on CW's The Flash. Do you have any time for yourself?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's a great question. You have to carve out time, but I am pretty busy flying back and forth for The Flash, Vancouver and LA, but, carve out some space.
So I want the listeners to get to know a little bit more about you. Where are you originally from?
Yeah, I am originally from Chicago. I grew up there, and I lived there until I was about 22, and then I moved out to LA, and I've been out here for the past, almost 10 years.
Oh, wow. I've had a few guests from Chicago. What's your take on Chicago? How was it growing up there?
Oh my gosh, Chicago's the best. I miss it a lot. The only thing I don't miss is the weather. I'm sure everyone says that, but it was such a good place to grow up. I love the Midwest.
Yeah. What were you into as a kid growing up in Chicago?
What was I into? I really liked reading. I was kind of a huge nerd, and I really liked playing outside, which got difficult in the winter months. But we don't have any hills or anything to go skiing or snowboarding. But would make snowmen and sled a little bit. But yeah, I really liked playing outside, and I really liked reading.
Yeah. Do you ever go back to Chicago?
I do. Not as much as I would like, but I do go back, probably once a year.
Yeah. So growing up, did you know that you wanted to get into the acting world?
I didn't, actually. I had no idea what I wanted to do. When I was really little, I wanted to be a librarian, which is kind of a nerdy thing to say, but I guess I just really liked libraries. And then as I got older, I just kind of kept changing what I wanted to do. When I was in college, I actually majored in film production, so I thought I wanted to be on the other side of the camera. And that was really what I thought I was going to do. That's why I moved to LA. It was my big career plans, and then I just kind of fell into acting, and I've been doing that now.
Well, how did you get started in acting?
Yeah, that's a good question. So I moved out to LA, and I didn't, know anybody. I didn't have any friends or family in town, and I just was trying to make it work. Was trying to find production jobs, and was kind of struggling a little bit. And so I had a friend who was moving out to LA, and she was going to start acting, and she had told me about her acting school, and I thought it would be a good place to meet people, but also, if I wanted to take directing seriously, I knew it would be a good, helpful thing to learn how to work with actors. So I went into this acting class and found my manager through the class, and he kind of just took I guess he just saw something in me and took a leap of faith, and he was like, if you want to do this, let's do it. Yeah. So I just gave it a try, and I've been doing it ever since.
Wow.
8 years.
How long did you take the acting classes for before you went out and started auditioning?
I was committed to the program for 2 years, so I did that for 2 years, and then I kind of hopped around to a few different studios. I did tried a few different techniques, did UCB, improv, and things like that. But I've been in and out of acting class since I started. I like to stay sharp.
Yeah. Well, how was it to perform for UCB? Because that's pretty huge.
Yeah, I didn't get, I'm not going to lie, I didn't get very far in that program. I found out pretty quickly that I don't like improv very much.
Yeah.
So I only did 2 levels, but it was really fun. It was definitely really intimidating, knowing who comes out of UCB and everything, but it was a fun challenge.
Yeah. So when you started auditioning, do you remember your first gig that you got? What was it?
I'm pretty sure my first theatrical gig, because I had shot a couple commercials, and my first theatrical gig was this show, oh my gosh, I think it was called Bent. it got canceled after like 3 episodes. It didn't go very far. It was on NBC, but I remember it was really exciting because we shot on the Paramount lot, and going to film school and knowing film history and things, being on the Paramount lot was a really huge deal to me. So I remember that was a really cool thing.
Yeah. So I mentioned earlier, you've done a few numerous TV show appearances like Two Broke Girls, The Middle, Grey's Anatomy. Like, the list is long. What's been your favorite, you think?
My favorite, other than The Flash, or can The Flash be my favorite?
The Flash could be your favorite too. Do you have another one? I mean, how could you beat The Flash? I know.
The Flash is the best. But other than The Flash, what has been my favorite? I really enjoyed working on the last show I was on for a long time was Sweet Vicious on MTV. And that was a really fun one to work on. We only went 1 season, which was a bummer, but it was fun because the whole cast just got along so well, and we're all still friends to this day, which is pretty amazing. So it was a really special time, even though we just had that 1 season.
Wow. So now, speaking of The Flash, you have a recurring role in The Flash. You play Kamilla Hwang. How exciting is being in that world, that environment of The Flash?
Oh my gosh, it's so cool. It's a dream come true. I mean, it's a really big deal, to be a part of such a fan favorite show that has a huge following, but also, goes all the way back to the original comics. And it's been a really awesome thing to be a part of.
How did you get approached for this series? Tell us about your audition.
Yeah. So, I mean, like any other role, I got an audition for my agent, and it's a funny story. I actually almost didn't make the audition at all. I was filming another show in Chicago, and I had decided to go to Dallas for the weekend, just in between. And the audition was on a Friday, and I was at the airport, and then I just, I read the audition sides, and I just had a feeling. I was just like, this character is me, and I totally understand her. And so I busted my butt, hauled it over to Burbank from LAX, got to the audition, went to the airport, and actually while I was waiting to board my flight, I got a call that I got a call back. So it was a crazy, 24 hours.
Wow.
And worked on it over the weekend, came back on Monday, had my call back with the producers, and I was a little nervous going into producers. I'm not sure why, and so when I left the audition, I was actually fairly certain that I hadn't gotten it, and so when my agent called and said that I had gotten the role, I was shocked. And then I think I flew out later that week.
Oh, wow.
I think later that week. It was really quickly. Yeah, so it was fun.
How would you describe Kamilla?
How would I describe her? Lots of ways. I think she is, first of all, really loyal. She, is there for Cisco. She's there for the rest of the team and her friends. She's also got a fun side, I would say. She's kind of funky and sassy. She's got a couple of great one-liners in the show. She's a fun character to play.
Yeah. How did you prepare for the role? Like, did you do any research? Did you go back to watch episodes of The Flash, comics?
Yeah, I actually I hadn't watched the show before I got the audition. So to prepare for the audition, I kind of went in and watched a couple of the episodes, and then after I booked the role, I started watching the show. And I actually zoomed through an entirety of 4 seasons in an embarrassingly short amount of time.
Wow.
It's a really great show. So yeah, definitely watched the show. But then also I think, Kamilla comes in, she meets Cisco knowing nothing about him, and their relationship kind of blossoms as she's not knowing anything about Team Flash or who Cisco is really. So I was able to kind of discover that with her, and I didn't really have to know too much about the other characters and what they were going through because Kamilla doesn't really know who they are. So I got to discover that with her.
Now, is there anything you would change about your character?
I don't know. I think we still have a lot more to see from her.
Yeah.
So I would love to see. I guess I'd love to see some of her weaknesses. I feel like she doesn't really have any at the moment. So I'd love to kind of see what those are. You know? I haven't really been able to explore that yet. So that would be a fun thing to do.
If Kamilla was a real person, would you want to be friends with her?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think we're pretty similar. I think we have a lot in common. I think she's a little cooler than I am, so I hope she she would be friends with me, but I would definitely be friends with her.
Yeah. So what's it like joining like a large family, like and being in that whole Arrowverse thing also, and you got Crisis coming up and everything.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely intimidating. I joined in the 5th season, and
Yeah.
when you're joining a show that has already been so successful and has been together for so long, it can definitely be very intimidating. But, everyone was super welcoming on my first day and from there, and everyone's been really friendly. And also, that includes, that's the cast and crew, but it also includes the fans. Like, everyone has been so welcoming of me, and, I mean, I really couldn't have asked for a better transition.
Yeah. And now you're also part of Team Citizen now as well, if we've seen.
Yes. Yes.
How exciting is that? And do you think you're going to get any more people added to that team?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, Team Citizen has been such an exciting character arc for Kamilla, so I'm really excited that the writers have put that in for me.
Yeah.
I don't really know if they're going to be adding any more to Team Citizen. I mean, I assume so. I know that Iris is really gunning for that Pulitzer, so
Yeah.
I assume she would have to grow her company, but I mean, we don't have any plans for it right now, but I guess we'll see.
Yeah. So in one of the episodes, remember Cisco gave up his powers. How do you think it made your character feel about that moment when he decided to give up his powers?
Yeah, it was such a big deal, I know, for all the fans, but I mean, just on the show in general.
Yeah.
I think Kamilla ultimately wants Cisco to be happy and thriving and healthy, and she's going to support anything that helps him be that. And so, I'm sure they had a talk about it, and he gave his reasonings, and I think she was definitely shocked that he was making such a huge decision, but was ultimately supportive, and she's also probably a huge part of helping him work through the aftermath of that decision in the whole summer in between season 5 and 6. So yeah.
Where do you want to see your character go next?
That's a good question. I think I just want to see more from her.
Yeah.
That's very specific, but she's kind of popped in and out, and she had a lot in episode 5, which was the Cisco-centric episode. But I'd love to see her just explore more of that relationship, but also more of her female friendships, more of her, kind of being a reporter and Team Citizen. Just a little more depth and growth in all those areas.
Yeah. So what do you think has been your favorite scene or episode that you've been in between this season and last season?
Of the episodes that have aired, episode 5 was so fun, being in that Cisco episode and being able to support him in that role. And then, the episode that just aired this week, the scene that Kamilla and Cecile are trying to get out of the Bentley building and the Blood Brother zombies are everywhere. That was a really fun day to shoot. It was just me and Danny, and we were together all day, and we were trying to shoot this as a one shot, and we had to practice it 7 million times, but it was so fun. Like, the adrenaline was pumping. And the next day we woke up and we were texting each other like, do you have bruises all over your body that you didn't know you had? And I'm like, yes, me too.
Yeah.
It was a super, super fun day. Totally different from the way that we usually shoot scenes too. So that was a fun day.
So how is it working with the cast of The Flash? And do you have a favorite cast member to work with in scenes?
You can't expect me to choose a favorite. Everyone's so great.
Yeah.
And I really mean that. Like, everyone that I've gotten the chance to work with, and I think at this point I've gotten to work with everybody, has been so awesome.
Yeah.
And the dynamic between everyone is really different. If I had to choose, I really enjoy the days that we have like our Team Citizen days where it's all the women.
Yeah.
Those days are really fun. I really enjoy those days.
Is there a certain cast member that you haven't worked with that you kind of hope you have a scene with soon?
I'm trying to think. I actually think I've worked with everybody. I worked the least with Jesse and Tom, and I would love to work with them more.
Yeah.
I know there's not a lot of story crossover for them, but I would love to be able to work with them more.
And Tom's a great actor.
Tom is amazing. Yeah, I've worked with him, I think only once or twice, but we've been on set at the same time and have been able to chat. So I would love to work with him more.
Do you have like a funny moment that's happened to you on set that you want to share with the listeners?
Funny moment that's happened to me on set. I actually can't think of anything. I'm trying to think of something and I really can't. Sorry.
That's okay. So, when you're going out for your auditions and everything, what do you enjoy more? Do you enjoy doing the self-tape, or would you rather audition in front of people?
Oh, definitely auditioning in front of people.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like meeting people in person just feels more real, and I love the energy of the room. And plus, I like that you just kind of get one or two chances, and that's that. For self-tapes, you could self-criticize yourself and keep taping versions for an eternity, and I don't know, that just seems exhausting to me, so I'd much rather go in person.
So you've been acting for a few years
I
now.
thought of a funny story.
Oh, you did? Go for it.
Yeah, I did. So this is an episode that has yet to air, but there was a scene we were filming in 610 where Candace has to say a character's name, and I don't know why, for the life of her, she could not get it right, and she just kept saying it wrong in a different way every single time, and Carlos and I were losing our minds. We could not keep it together. It was like one of those things where you know that you shouldn't be laughing, and it makes you laugh more.
Yeah.
And it got so bad that it was to the point where even if she was saying it right, we could not stop laughing. It was really bad. But it was great.
So you guys kept laughing and have to keep redoing the scene over and over?
Yeah, it took us a really long time to get through that scene. Like, when the camera was not on her, she would just skip that line entirely because we could not hold it together.
So, you've been acting for a few years now. Who are some of your influences in the acting world that you look up to?
Yeah. Oh, man. I mean, it seems like probably everybody says this, but Meryl, she is just so great. She's such a great actor, and we were just talking about her on set the other day about how she's almost an alien. Like, we don't understand how every single performance she does is absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
So I definitely look up to her. And then I think a lot of actresses in particular that I look up to are women that are great actors, but also, do a lot for creating content and opportunities for other women or people of color. I'm thinking of, I guess Ava's not an actor, she's a director, but Ava and Mindy and Reese Witherspoon, and they're all these content creators, and I really, really respect that.
So what do you think has been your biggest achievement so far in the acting world?
My biggest achievement? Oh man, I think just the fact that I'm doing it.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Oh yeah.
I think it's really hard to be a working actor and to say that you're making a living off of it. And I mean, I definitely do not take that for granted, that I'm able to live in LA and be working and paying my bills and enjoying it. I mean, that's really all you can ask for,
Yeah. Well, what's some advice that you give to somebody that, you start talking to them and they tell you they want to get into the acting world? What do you tell them? Just do it?
I mean, I usually try to test them to make sure that they really want to do it.
Yeah.
And I kind of scare them away to try to tell them how hard it is, because it is really difficult. You're not just going to move to LA and get an agent and start acting right away. It's going to take a lot of hard work. And if your heart's not fully in it, then, you're just going to be disappointed. And so I usually try to make sure that they know how hard it's going to be. And then if they still want to do it, then I say, yeah, just do it. Put your head down, work really hard, and hopefully you'll get lucky.
Yeah. So what's your dream role someday? What do you want to play? Or who do you want to play?
I mean, so many. I think the one that's freshest on my mind, because, I'm in the DC comic world, but I love Marvel, is to play Silk in the Marvel comics.
Yeah.
I think that would be so awesome. And, she's Korean American, I'm Korean American, and Spider-Man's one of my favorite characters, so that would be really great.
Yeah. So in your downtime, what's some of your favorite TV shows and movies that you enjoy watching?
So I have recently picked up Mad Men, and I know that was on forever ago, but I had never finished it, and so I've been watching that, and I've been really, really into it.
Wow.
And then another show that I'm waiting to get back on, I think it's supposed to come back next year, is Westworld on HBO. I love it.
Yeah. Wow. What's your favorite? I gotta ask this because there's just so many right now. What's your favorite streaming platform?
Ooh. Okay, well, I mean, Disney Plus, because it's the newest, so there's a lot of content on there, and it's very nostalgic, growing up as a 90s, early 2000s kid, watching
Yeah.
all of the old Disney Channel stuff has been really fun. And then, I'm a huge Star Wars fan, so my husband and I have been watching all of the Star Wars movies from start to finish, and then we're going to watch Mandalorian, and I don't know, maybe watch Clone Wars too. Just going to rewatch everything.
So you haven't watched The Mandalorian yet?
No, we're waiting because we're watching all the movies in order first,
Yeah.
and then when we get to the point that The Mandalorian happens, then we're going to watch it. So we still have a couple more movies to watch.
Yeah,
Very tiny.
you're gonna love it. Trust me. So
I'm so excited. I can't wait.
So 2019 is about to end. What's in store for you for 2020?
Yeah. Well, Flash continues shooting until April, so I'll be working on that. Hopefully, I'm auditioning for other things. Hopefully something else will come through. And then I'm finishing up, I recently got back behind the camera and directed a little short film, and so we're finishing that up right now and submitting it to festivals, and hopefully I'll be directing a lot more in 2020 as well.
Yeah. Where do you see yourself 10, 20 years from now?
Wow.
Do you want to stay like you want to stay in front of the camera? You want to stay behind the camera? Both?
I'd like to continue to do both.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like both, honestly. So it gives me a lot of, I don't get bored of one because I appreciate the other one when I'm doing one, So
Yeah.
I'd like to be doing both.
So is there any other upcoming projects you want to tell the listeners before we end this?
Just my short film, once it's out, you can look for it. It's called To Borrow to Keep. And, after we run through the festivals, I'll hopefully have it streaming somewhere so people can watch that.
Lastly, how can the listeners find you on social media?
Sure. Pretty easy. I am very active on Twitter and Instagram as any good millennial. So my handle is Hey, like HEY, hi, Hey, BVP, which are my initials.
All right, Victoria, this was fun. Thank you for coming on.
Super fun. Thanks again.